A sluggish U.S. economy held back the second quarter results for Dunkin Donuts. The coffee and donut chain sales narrowly missed Wall Street estimates while earnings came in better than expected. Stopping by to discuss the quarter is Dunkin Brand's Chairman and CEO, Nigel Travis. Thanks for taking the time today, Nigel. Appreciate it.
Good to be back with you, Brian.
Before I even touch upon the quarter, I have to focus on something that literally blew up my Twitter feed as soon as we were the first ones to report it. You are making changes to your egg and reformulating your bagel. What are you doing to your egg? What are you doing to your bagel? And why are you doing it?
Well, two things. We love our products. Our customers love our products, but you always need to improve. And we've talked a lot about how we could improve these products. We use a lot of eggs in all of our products, and we sell a lot of breakfast sandwiches. So we decided some time ago that it was time to improve the quality. So we're giving it more yolk, more egg white, and the taste is fabulous. I mean, you really do notice the difference. And I've actually been trying it myself several times recently because the store very close to our office has the new egg and it's absolutely great. We're also upgrading the bagel. It's more trying to get greater consistency. We're also later in the year working on our bacon, which is obviously an essential part of our breakfast sandwiches. English muffin is another carrier that we're working on. So all our sandwich line has been very successful and has really grown franchisee profitability over the last, let me say, 8 or 9 years. Just before I joined, they launched it. I think we just need to take it to a slightly different level, upgrade the quality, and I think we're going to see a great consumer response as a result of that.
I'm looking forward to English muffin. Switching gears a little bit now into the quarter, because I had to get that out of the way. The sales slowed a little bit sequentially at the Dunkin' and Baskin Robbins. What is your view of middle America right now in just terms of the economy? What are they buying? We've seen retail sales come back a little bit, but I always view Dunkin' as the heartbeat of America.
Well, thank you for viewing us like that, because we are the heartbeat of America, and obviously America runs on Dunkin'. But what I would say is, I've talked to a lot of journalists like yourself, and I've talked to other CEOs. There seems to be some kind of, let's call it a mild malaise in the second quarter. And I think the consumer is concerned about what's going on in the world. That seems to be the general conclusion. I've not got any firm conclusions, but the economy at the same time is a little bit mixed. This is what we're seeing. Growth is kind of stuck in the 2% level. Unemployment, I'm very pleased to say, is going down. Youth unemployment, and I think you and I have talked about this before, is still stuck at a very high level, 10.4%. That's concerning. And I think consumers are very concerned about what's going on in the world. They're very concerned about politics. And, my home country saw a surprising result recently that I think demonstrates that. So I think it's this uncertainty that seems to be dampening down the consumer somewhat. So it's not bullish, it's not bad, it's somewhere in the middle.
These kids got to put Pokemon Go down for a second, get a job. Holy cow. And within that vein, labor shortages. How brutal are labor shortages right now in the fast food industry? I know it's been a problem, let's say, over the past year as the economy's improved, but I sense a little more caution on your part on the earnings call.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is an issue. I mean, one of the things that is very concerning to our franchisees is finding the labor. And it's interesting, if you talk to people with experience in the industry, this has always been an issue in our industry in relatively low periods of unemployment. Brian, I'll be honest, I don't get the following. We can't get good labor, but youth unemployment is 10.4%. I mean, that's a big number. I recognize it's much lower than many places in the rest of the world. So I think, we need to recognize that we need to find a way as an industry to get people into our jobs. Think of all the good things we do in our industry, not just Dunkin'. We give people their first job. We give them discipline. We make sure they know how to turn up. We give them all the skills they're using computers, customer service skills, how to tackle problems, everything. Our industry educates America's workforce. So I think there has to be a way to drive all those young people who are looking for their first chance into our stores. Because to me, that is the ultimate solution. Our franchisees are trying everything. They're being very inventive, and they're paying what they need to pay to get good people. We're also working with our franchisees and making sure they understand that if you get a truly engaged crew, they stay, they don't leave, and that's the best way of resolving the labor shortage. So we're doing everything. but this is a big issue for the industry.
You know, and speaking of inventive, you launched on-the-go ordering, I believe in May in New York, and it's been in test in Boston. Will it be nationwide soon? And what are some of your early takeaways with that?
Oh, no, it's already gone nationwide. Went nationwide a few weeks ago. We're very pleased with it. So the way I look at it is the crew likes it because it takes some work away and they can focus on other tasks. Franchisees like it, and I think ultimately when it gets big enough, it will allow not labor cuts, but better use of labor. In other words, they can reallocate some of the labor in the store. But most of all, the guest likes it. They get through the line, be it the drive-through, and as you and I have talked about before, here in Boston, we have drive-through lines where you can't even get on them because they're so busy. So it will move more people through the line. It means that many people can skip the line and go straight and pick up in the store. And I think our app has a killer application within it, and that's favorites. What you can do is you can come up with several favorites. So, for instance, certain people on the way to work in the morning, they may just want a coffee. In the afternoon, they may decide they want to relax. So they may decide to have a donut, just to remind you, our donuts. A donut and an espresso-based product in the afternoon to relax. On the weekend, they may decide they want to go in, have some breakfast sandwiches, some donuts. They can call each of those, things like my morning run, my morning with the kids, and they can save those favorites, and they can save it by store. Yeah. Because a lot of consumers go to several different stores in a week. So I really think this application is something that consumers are going to continue to grow to like. It's going to make it a lot easier, and it truly is the future of fast food retailing, in my view.
Well, that's a good point. And before I let you go, I'm always jealous. We've done a lot of these interviews. I'm always jealous of the cup of coffee you have sitting probably in front of you. So I brought my 64-ounce Dunkin mug. I wanted you to be a little, green with jealousy here today. This thing is coming clutch so far this earnings season.
Well, Brian, I'm sorry to say that I can't see you because I always have the TV turned off when I do this so I don't get distracted by delays.
Sure.
But congratulations on getting 64 ounce, and thank you for the business you've clearly given us investing in that mug and the coffee that goes in it.
Hey, do what I can. Good luck this quarter. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you very much.